The brave little rabbit lived in a cozy little burrow under a big oak tree. He was a happy rabbit, but he had one big problem. He was afraid of the dark. Every night, when the sun would set, the brave little rabbit would tremble with fear. He would shake and quiver, and his heart would beat like a drum. He was so scared that he wouldn't even go outside to play with his friends. The brave little rabbit's best friend, a wise old owl named Owen, noticed that he wasn't coming out to play anymore. She asked him what was wrong, and the brave little rabbit confessed his fear. Owen listened carefully and then came up with a plan. She told the brave little rabbit that the only way to overcome his fear was to face it head-on. The brave little rabbit was hesitant at first, but Owen's words of encouragement gave him the courage to try. Together, they set out on a journey to explore the forest at night. They walked hand in hand, the brave little rabbit holding Owen's wing tightly. As they walked, the brave little rabbit noticed that the darkness wasn't so bad after all. He saw the stars twinkling in the sky, and the moon shining brightly. As they walked deeper into the forest, they came across a small clearing. In the center of the clearing stood an enormous tree, its branches reaching up towards the sky like giant arms. Owen told the brave little rabbit that this was the heart tree, a magical tree that would grant wishes to those who were brave enough to approach it. The brave little rabbit's heart skipped a beat as he gazed up at the tree. The brave little rabbit's eyes were fixed on the heart tree as he took a step forward. Owen whispered words of encouragement in his ear, and with a deep breath, the brave little rabbit took another step forward. He was trembling with fear, but he didn't let it stop him. He took another step, and another, until he finally reached the base of the heart tree. As the brave little rabbit reached out to touch the tree, a loud rumbling sound echoed through the forest. The brave little rabbit's heart was racing, but he didn't back down. Instead, he stood tall and proud, his paws planted firmly on the ground. Suddenly, the darkness around him began to fade, and a warm, golden light enveloped him. The brave little rabbit's fear had vanished, replaced by a sense of pride and accomplishment. He realized that he was capable of overcoming his fears, and that he didn't need to be scared of the dark anymore. Owen was overjoyed to see her friends so confident and brave. Together, they made a wish to the heart tree, and from that day on, the brave little rabbit was no longer afraid of the dark. We learn from the story of the brave little rabbit. We learned that courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to face it head-on. We learned that having good friends by our side can make all the difference. And most importantly, we learned that we are capable of overcoming our fears and achieving great things.